Hello and welcome to another CleanTech Lithium update on behalf of our shareholders and our various stakeholders. I am delighted to be joined today by Ignacio, who has just been announced as CleanTech Lithium's new Chief Executive Officer. And with that, so Ignacio, very good to see you. We had a chat last week. Obviously, the announcement's gone out today about your joining of the company. And we just thought it'd be very useful. We do a quite regular of these sort of update to shareholders. And in future, hopefully, we'll do a number of these together. But I thought it'd be quite useful just to give an opportunity on a video format rather than just an RNS for you to introduce yourself and your history within the industry and your history within Chile, just to give our shareholders a better understanding of yourself and what you're looking to do going forward.
Well, Daniel, thank you very much. Great to see you again, and very excited to be appearing in front of our shareholders for the first time. What can I say about myself? I am Chilean. I'm a lawyer. I've been working in the lithium industry for the past 7 years with Albemarle, one of the largest lithium producers in the world. First as a lawyer for Latin America, and the last 3 years as the Chile country manager and as vice president of external affairs for Latin America. And before that, I was also tied to the more general resources industry, working for Freeport-McMoRan, one of the largest copper and gold producers in the world, in their Chilean operation El Abra.
And within Albemarle, your sort of role on external. So, which sort of parties and things were you involved with in your day-to-day work?
Well, it was an involvement with all of our stakeholders, from government, saying local and national government and authorities, to communities, indigenous communities, local communities in general, our customers and prospective customers, shareholders, and also global authorities coming from either Europe or the US.
Fantastic. So, I mean, I actually happen to know that we were very keen to attract you originally last year, but you had a long sort of non-compete and notice there. So we went down a different route, which ultimately was not consummated, but we're delighted actually that we've come back and got our first original choice. So I know from our conversations, but as part of that, my understanding in our previous conversations that you had relationships in with the likes of the end buyers, so with the Teslas of this world, the CATLs, and some of the strategic offtake partners and end consumers that Albemarle has.
Yeah, it's all along the value chain, from cathode manufacturers to battery manufacturers, also auto OEMs. We were in touch with all of them as customers and also as prospective customers. So we have a lot of contacts in that area.
And I also understand from your role. So, I mean, one of the key things I think for shareholders is obviously to look at the role and what you can help bring to the company in terms of helping it to progress towards this end goal of getting the company into production. So one of the key things I know, talking to Steve in our previous conversations, is that you have sort of excellent relationships with potential end party users or purchasers of product, potential offtake partners, but also in your role, you have very close relationships with the various government officials and the Ministry of Finance within Chile.
Absolutely, yeah. As part of my previous role, we had a very constant interaction with several government authorities, not only the mining ministry, but the finance ministry, with Corfo, and other government parties that are tied to developing a project here in Chile. And for example, with the Ministry of Mining, the CO that we're currently applying to, is very important to keep a close relationship with them to get it to finalize.
I absolutely agree. I mean, I was also always in favor, because obviously I'm a shareholder as well as an advisor to the company. And I personally always thought it was very important in which you had somebody who was Chilean and on the ground. So I'm delighted to see you as an addition to the company's executive team. From your side, Ignacio, what is it that you really like about the company and the assets?
I think when I was approached by Steve, I saw what the company has done in the past few years, and I was very positively surprised. The company is in a position that to have the privilege to probably be one of the first new entrants into the lithium industry in Chile. As many of you know, the last company that came into production in Chile was SQM in 1996, almost 30 years ago. And what CleanTech has done so far has positioned itself to be one of the first companies to potentially get a sale from the government. It has advanced the technology, having a very large pilot plant for DLE in Chile, and moving further downstream to even producing battery-grade lithium carbonate, and finally advancing a PFS to the stage where it's almost ready to be public and shown to everyone. So I think all in all, we are in a great position, a very exciting position to develop this project and bring it to production.
No, I couldn't agree more. Now, obviously, we're on Tinderhooks, all of our shareholders, for the sale announcement. Obviously, governments have the privilege and prerogative of being governments, so they move a few a day. But my understanding, again, from our previous conversations, that you and Steve are very confident in both the government's commitment to bringing in new independent lithium producers to the country as part of its desire to increase the mining industry. Do you have any sort of a sense or opinion that we can reflect to the shareholders about sort of the government strategy? And obviously, we're a couple of days late, but my understanding is they're fully committed to getting it out in the next week or two.
Yes, the government sees this lithium strategy as part of their legacy. As I mentioned just recently, there hasn't been any development in the lithium industry in Chile for the past 30 years, and this government is decided to grow the production in Chile, incorporating new junior companies and larger companies as well, helping them get into production. So we are convinced, and we've seen a lot of commitment from the government to move this process forward, and we are sure that before the end of this government, which is ending by the end of the year in March next year, they will have awarded a lot of sales. I am sure to different companies like CleanTech.
Well, we're very much hoping that comes imminently in the next few days, and then we can move forward onto the PFS, which again we hope to get in the next sort of couple of weeks. But Ignacio, you and I will be spending a lot of time. We're going to be heading down to Australia very shortly together. But on behalf of, I think, all of our shareholders, can I say we're delighted to see you joining the company. We wish you every success on the operations on the ground, not only with the government but with the local communities, and then as we move forward into the second, third, and fourth quarter of this year in our negotiations with various potential offtake partners and funding partners. And I'm very much looking forward to catching up with you face to face in a couple of weeks' time. So with that, I think, unless there's anything else you'd further like to add, we'll have a further properly in-depth update with shareholders in a couple of weeks once we have a next major announcement.
All right, thank you. Exciting time to be joining the company, and great to be chatting with you, Dan. So looking forward to seeing you in person.
Many thanks, Ignacio. Thank you. Bye-bye.